horror movies are demonic. Period. Case closed. End of discussion. But I was shocked recently to read an article in one of the most respected Christian evangelical publications. The writer of this article strained to find something good to say about horror movies, and he did, much to my chagrin. I'll not cite the publication, because I've always been careful not to publicly attack another believer by name, but this article wasn't in a small magazine or newsfeed. The article began by noting the rising interest in horror films. The writer said, quote, "Paranormal horror manifests the unseen reality of spirits and demons beyond my control," end of quote. What is he saying? He's a Christian and he finds demons beyond his control? Well, maybe that's the problem right there. Then he moves on to note that some Christians, quote, "make compelling defenses for the genre," close quote. Well, I'd like to meet those Christians and tell them they likely need an exorcism. But here's the kicker. The article states, quote, "Horror can speak to the supernatural reality of the world, demonstrate the power to overcome evil, and become an evangelistic tool to reach unbelievers," close quote. Well, I want to ask, what planet is this guy living on? And then he adds that a potential benefit of horror is to help us discern what is truly good and evil. The article goes on to offer intellectual arguments in an apologetic role as a defender of God working through horror films. Well, I'm here to say this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Whatever happened to 1 Thessalonians 5:22? Abstain from every form of evil. You might think that would include the horror in Netflix's Wednesday series, featuring an actress who gets even by putting live piranhas into a swimming pool, or the demonic savagery of Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands. And what about Philippians 4:8, where Paul commands us to meditate on things which are true, noble, just, pure, lovely, and a good report? Well, try doing that while watching Psycho, Halloween, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or Scream 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you want my opinion as an exorcist, I can speak from ministry experience that an unsuspecting individual can get demons from watching terrifying flicks. We are clearly instructed in 2 Timothy 1:7 that God has not given believers the spirit of fear, and forget some new translations that turn that word fear into timidity. Fear is a demon. I call it a gateway demon because if you have fear, every other kind of evil spirit can enter through the door that the demon of fear opens. Hebrews 11:6 says that without faith you can't please God. So guess who you are pleasing when you deliberately submit yourself to the endorphin rush from the terror of horror films?
Your financial support and prayers make it possible for us to bring hope for the hurting and freedom to those in spiritual bondage. For the latest information regarding ministry outreaches, go to boblarson.org or call 303-980-1511.